What's up, yo? Today is Saturday. Today is the Sabbath day, yo. You know what I'm saying? And um, I know y'all see my title. It's called Right or Wrong, you know. And today is the Sabbath day, you know. And I always commune with the Lord. I always talk to the Lord. I always try to find ways to hear His words. I always try to find way to make His words apply to my life. Um, I know a lot of people probably be like, is this all he do? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I have a choice, you know what I'm saying, to do other things, you know what I'm saying? But I just choose not because I just understand where I'm at in my life and what my life consists of right now and what is right for me. You know what I'm saying? The title that I chose for this is Right and Wrong, because I feel to believe that the lines of right and wrong for most of us are able, through deception, through the deception of Lucifer or Satan or whatever you want to call them, or through evil, means the lines of right and wrong are able to be blurred. Okay, and I think that you know you know, one of the prime examples of um, a prime example of right and wrong, the lines of right and wrong being blurred, was in the Garden of Eden when the serpent tricked Eve, and and the serpent said, oh, you know, did not, well, God, the only reason why God said that you shouldn't eat from this tree is not because you'll die, but because you'll know the difference between good and evil. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I believe that in that situation, through deceptive means, Eve was beguiled into believing that, it was okay to eat, even though she knew what was right and what was wrong. So that is what I seek to um, that is what I seek to talk about today. Because I'm more than sure that a lot of us know the difference between right and wrong. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us, regardless to whether you had, both of your parents or you just had mom and dad, you know what I'm saying? I know that there are points in your life where, we were told the difference between right and wrong, and I believe that there is a difference in between right and wrong when it comes to our parents, and there is a difference in between right and wrong when it comes to God also, okay? And so that is really what I want to talk about. And you know one thing I want to say about this video is that, like I love the Lord. You know what I'm saying? I love the Lord because I always have. You know what I'm saying? And so that's just the way it is. And if you don't agree with my opinions or how I feel about God, Jesus Christ, and the Bible, then that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not all made the same, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, even though you don't agree, you can respect the opinions, you know what I'm saying? Because I respect the opinions of every man, you know what I'm saying? So, like, even though you don't like it, like, don't come visit this video, you know what I'm saying, and then get mad because of something that I said, you know what I'm saying, and go report me or get my video taken down, you know what I'm saying? Let the truth be the truth and let every man be a liar. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about right and wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows the difference between right and wrong? And if you know the difference between right and wrong, you know what I'm saying, does it matter to you? You know what I'm saying? Let me stop saying it. You know, does it matter to you? When I'm talking about right and wrong, I'm talking about with you and God. I'm not talking about, you know what I'm saying, something that's petty or something that's, I'm talking between you and God, because in our minds, we all have a conscious understanding of what God's requirements are. You know what I'm saying? And what I see, this is the apostasy, though. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't believe that we are in the apostate era, but we are the apostate era where men and women are falling away from the faith. They no longer believe in the faith. They are believing in the doctrines of devils. Okay? And being that Satan himself is able to come as an angel of light, the very people that we have in the churches now who are coming as angels of light are preaching uh, devil's doctrines and preaching with seducing devils, and this is what is going on at this time. We are in the apostasy. This is the great falling away, where so many are falling away from the faith of Jesus Christ. They no longer believe. They no longer have understanding. They no longer want to know, or they know the difference between right and wrong and have just flat out chosen to do wrong. But I wrote some things down, some things that I think I thought about. I pray, I read my Bible, I do things like that. Like, that's just where I stand at, what I'm saying, as a person, so that's just where I'm comfortable at. That's where I'll choose to be. What I'm saying? That's exactly where I choose to be. And when I feel, well, the Bible says that out of the heart springs all the issues of life. What I'm saying? Out of the heart springs all the issues of life. What I'm saying? And I would say that when it comes to right and wrong, that the heart has a lot to do with that, because of the fact that if you if the heart is sick, then it's fair to, I mean, in my opinion, it would be fair to make a fair assumption that if the heart is sick, then basically the body is sick. You know what I'm saying? The whole body is sick, because like the Bible says, all the issues of life, flows from the heart. You know what I'm saying? So, if I don't know, let's read some verses, when it comes to the heart. You know what I'm saying? Let's just read some verses, because I want it to be I want to talk about this and make it a clear understanding about the, right and wrong, and how the lines are being blurred, you know what I'm saying, between, what really matters and what really doesn't, and how the heart of man has basically went after things that don't pertain to God, you know. And when God speaks about the heart in the Bible, like in Jeremiah 17, it says, the heart is deceitful above all things. The heart is deceitful and desperately wicked. You see what I'm saying? The Bible calls our hearts deceitful and desperately wicked. You know what I'm saying? Like in my mind, that gotta hit you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that gotta, you know what I'm saying? Now, I know for a fact that there probably are a lot of people who may not have a deceitful heart. You know what I'm saying? But, I think that when he is speaking of this, he's not speaking of this on a person-to-person basis, because God has delivered a lot of people. But I believe that he's saying overall, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? I, the Lord, search the heart and examine the mind, to reward each person according to their conduct, according to what their deeds deserve. Like, that says a lot. Because, and one thing I want to say is, because I know that there are people who believe that God is not watching. You know what I'm saying? Like, that God really is not watching. Like, that, I don't know what people's perception of, God is, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to get into that, you know what I'm saying, and where we might be possibly going wrong at, because, God sees everything, you know what I'm saying? And, he's working with each and every single person in this world in a different way, you know what I'm saying? No, I know that the rules apply to everyone, though. The rules apply to everyone, but I don't believe that he is He's giving grace to whoever he wants to give grace, and mercy to whoever he wants to give mercy. He blesses whoever he wants to bless. You know what I'm saying? He is no respecter of men. You know what I'm saying? So that definitely tells us right there that God does not deal with each and every single person in the same way. You know what I'm saying? He does how he sees fit. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I also want to say about right and wrong, so that we can, officially get this out the way, is because right is right and wrong is wrong. One thing about me is when it comes to God, God is God, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the type of person that's going to try the Lord. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's because the way I was raised. Maybe because, I just had a good understanding of who God was at a very early age. I don't know. But I'm not going to try the Lord like that, just because throughout my life, I have been through things, and I have come to understand that I made my road hard a lot of times. I made my own road. I made my bed and laid in it, and it didn't feel good. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it was because of kind of almost like me trying the Lord through my deeds, breaking the law, doing all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, I just, at the age that I am now, I have come to understand that the rules are the rules. Like, for those who love God, those who are, who want to be close to the Lord, who are reaching out to the Lord, you know what I'm saying? We have to understand the rules are the rules. You don't have like, you better learn to like them. You better learn to like them. I'm telling you this now. You better like, because this is the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is about, you know, I believe that God established right and wrong. He established the law because of the fact he looked down from heaven and saw the deeds of men, and saw that they were vile, saw that we were doing things that he did not want us to do. Just picture that. Because, in the beginning of time, in the very beginning, there was no law. You know what I'm saying? And even though there was no law, God still struck men down. He struck men down when he found their deeds, like not very righteous. When he found them doing something that they, definitely would, what I'm saying? Like, prime example, what I'm saying? Before, who was that? Moses? I think that was Moses, yeah. When they went up into the mountain to get the 10 Commandments, before they got the 10 Commandments, what I'm saying? People was wilding out, what I'm saying? Because, like, just picture, like, a whole bunch of people in the middle of the desert. Now, Moses done went up on the mountain. They don't know what he doing. You know what I'm saying? So they tripping like, dang, what's taking Moses so long? You know what I'm saying? So they get to the point to where they just like, well, Moses ain't coming. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna make us our own image. You know what I'm saying? And they made an image. You know what I'm saying? This is, like I say, this is about right and wrong. So before we even had the 10 Commandments, you know what I'm saying, people had been doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? Been. It was just that before God had actually made the 10 Commandments, he was thrashing you right there on the spot. Like, people was just dying. You know what I'm saying? Like, God just took you. You know what I'm saying? So being, in my mind, I just imagine that, God made man. Before he made the 10 Commandments, he looked down, like with Noah. And the fallen angels had came down and had sex with women and made big giants and stuff, and he seen that it was nothing but evil on the earth, because the fallen angels, they were never supposed to come down here and do that. They were never supposed to come down here and do that. They saw that the women on earth were fair, and they lusted after them. Angelic beings. And they came and they had sex with them. And they made babies. And these babies were giants. These babies were giants, men of renown. You know what I'm saying? And so God looked down upon the face of the earth. You know what I'm saying? This was during a time when there was no thou shalt not kill. And it was just that men were supposed to be righteous. You see what I'm saying? This was just during a time like that. You know what I'm saying? So God looking down, and he like, look at all this going on. Like, I'm talking about the very angels who betrayed God and left and went with Satan himself. You know what I'm saying? They saw the beauty of women, you know what I'm saying, and betrayed their own loyalty to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So God told Noah, I want you to get ready, Noah. This what I want you to do. I want you to build this. I want you to make this minute, make it this, like this, like this, like this, and like this. You know what I'm saying? Because, and Noah was a righteous man. See, that's the thing. Noah was a righteous man, because you got to realize one thing: God already had a plan. God already knew in his mind he was going to destroy. He was going to destroy with water. You know what I'm saying? With a flood. He just had to find the right person to work through. You know what I'm saying? He said, "This is what I want you to do, and I want you to do it in the midst of everybody." So here go Noah, and Noah building this big old boat, this big old ark, and people looking at Noah like, "What this crazy man doing? He crazy." And that's how it is in this world today. A lot of times those who have a deep faith with the Lord, or who are, you know what I'm saying, close to the Lord, they get looked at like they're crazy, yo. You know what I'm saying? But Noah trusted in the Lord. Noah believed in the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And, you can't do nothing but have the utmost respect for Noah. You know what I'm saying? In a time like that, when all that was going on. You know what I'm saying? So Noah built the boat. And he made that boat, you know what I'm saying? And he did exactly like the Lord told him. And nobody believed him until it began to rain. Nobody believed him until it began to rain. And it rained, and it rained, and it rained, and it rained. And it destroyed every person besides the 8 people that got onto that ark. You know what I'm saying? Because God wanted to wipe away all that filth from the earth. You know what I'm saying? From the, you know what I'm saying, the all these giants on the earth, yo. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about they were actually the angel, and I believe they doing it today too. But they came down and had sex with humans. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm talking, the reason why I'm explaining this is because this is about right and wrong. You know what I'm saying? And before the 10 Commandments, this was going on. Okay, so then we get to the point where Moses and his chosen people have been freed. But even though they have been freed, they're in the desert. Okay, now I'ma just say niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'ma just say niggas on this one. You know what I'm saying? So, we could whoever, but I'm gonna use niggas for an example. Let's just say we got 100,000 niggas in the desert. And we got Moses. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so Moses done got us from up under the rulership of, you know what I'm saying? Now these niggas done seen Moses part the sea. They saw Moses part the sea. So they know one thing. You know what I'm saying? They saw, you know what I'm saying? But through God, they saw Moses part the sea. You know what I'm saying? So they know one thing, you know what I'm saying? That apparently Moses is favored. You know what I'm saying? He is favored, and he is anointed by the Lord. You know what I'm saying? They saw them walk through the Red Sea, and as soon as the Egyptians came through, all of them were destroyed. Okay, now mind you, they got this in their thoughts. You know, they already know, so they know that God is with them. They get into the desert, and now they start to complaining. They get to grumbling up under their voices, because they don't have all their luxuries that they had. You know what I'm saying? They get to being unthankful. You know what I'm saying? Moses has gone up into the mountain to speak to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And while he is on the mountain, they begin to grumble. They begin to get unthankful. Okay? So by them being unthankful, they go to the pagan, the pagan ways, and they begin to make a golden image, and they go to worshiping it. Now, like I say, being that I know that God is real, I could just imagine what God was thinking at that time. And for Moses to be up in the mountain and y'all to be doing this at the same time, I can guarantee you that probably infuriated the Lord. And that was the reason why before Moses could even get down, the Lord struck a bunch of them down. Snakes bit them and they died. All kinds of things happen in the midst of them creating this calf to worship while Moses was in the mountain. You know what I'm saying? This is about right and wrong. You know what I'm saying? We live in a world now where right and wrong, the lines between right and wrong have been blurred. You know what I'm saying? And I give Satan the credit to that. You know what I'm saying? Because Satan is the one who will, let's see. Satan is the one who will offer us thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Just like he did Eve, you know what I'm saying, in the Garden of Eden. Because God said, what God told Adam and Eve, you could eat from every fruit in here, but don't eat from that tree right there. He said, if you eat from that tree, you shall surely die. Okay? That's exactly what he told Adam and Eve. Okay? Now, they got every tree to eat from. Every tree to eat from. I'm talking about, I know it had to be a lot. You know what I'm saying? So here come the evil one. You know what I'm saying? And he tells Eve, you know, did God tell you not to eat from that tree and that you shall surely die once you eat from it? You know what I'm saying? And she, you know, she agreed. And, yeah, this is, you know, we cannot eat from that tree. And he convinced her that no, you won't die. You'll just know the difference between good and evil. You know what I'm saying? And so I believe that that was where, even though, you know what I'm saying, he told a half truth. You know what I'm saying? And which a half truth isn't, you know what I'm saying? Because yes, they did know the difference between evil and good from there. That's why they clothed themselves and put the little leaves on themselves after they ate from the fruit and was hiding from the Lord. They was hiding from the Lord because they knew they had did wrong. You see what I'm saying? But it was through the beguiling, you know what I'm saying, through the serpent. He bent it, you know what I'm saying? And that's what happens to us these days, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to right and wrong and making decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the heart has a lot to do with it, yo. It's all about the heart, because wherever your heart is, you know what I'm saying, that's where you gonna be at, yo. And it says, you know, the heart is deceitful above all things, desperately wicked. Who can know it? This is the heart. He says, I, the Lord, search the heart and examine the mind to reward each person according to their conduct, according to what their deeds deserve. You know what I'm saying? And in Jeremiah 29:13, he says, and ye shall seek me and find me when you search for me with all your heart. You see what I'm saying? See, this is, you know, and the reason why I'm making that point about the heart is because that is where everything begins. You know what I'm saying? Before somebody, you know what I'm saying, you know, I think that before somebody dies or before someone decides to kill someone, that got to come out of his heart. He got to get to a point in his heart where he feel like you got to go. And from the heart, it goes to the mind, and the mind brings it into fruition. You know what I'm saying? First the heart gets it. You know what I'm saying? Then it goes to the mind. And then all the devil got to do is, you know what I'm saying, and he could how they say it, compel you. The devil can compel you. He can't make you do it, but he can compel you to feel like this is your only option. This gotta be done. You know what I'm saying? He can compel you. He can paint that pretty picture. You see what I'm saying? So this is how I feel like the heart plays an important part in knowing the difference between right and wrong, because a lot of times that is where it starts at. It starts in the heart. You know what I'm saying? And it says, trust in the Lord with all thine heart. You see what I'm saying? The Lord speaks about the heart throughout the entire Bible, because that is, you know, if not the most important thing that is inside of us besides our soul, it is our hearts. Because whatever our hearts desire, you know, as a matter of fact, it says, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. So we need to think about, where is our treasure? Is it here on earth? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not some holier than thou person, you know what I'm saying? But I'm to a point in my life where I want my treasure isn't down here. My treasure isn't down here. I want my treasure to be in heaven. Um, I want to not, I want my treasure to be in heaven. And I also want to, come to the highest part of myself. You know what I'm saying? I seek to be the highest part of myself. So, you know what I'm saying? I know that my heart has a lot to do with that. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, God says, I will give you a new heart. You know what I'm saying? In order for him to give you a new heart, then something got to be wrong with the old one. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem with a lot of us. We don't recognize the fact that we need a new heart. You know what I'm saying? So I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. So he's letting you know off the dump. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of us do not understand that we need a new heart, a new spirit. That is why, you know what I'm saying, we have to come to the Lord. That is why, you know, that is the part of, you know, that is the part of, um, how can I put it? Surrendering to, you know, surrendering your life, you know what I'm saying, to Jesus Christ, because this is what happens upon you truly surrendering your life to Jesus Christ. Once you completely surrender your life, you know what I'm saying, you repent, because this is really what, you know, this is what it is, the requirements. We have to repent of our, confess our sins, repent, turn away from them, forsake them, and we have to surrender our lives over to Jesus Christ. And you know, it starts, you know, our hearts. You know what I'm saying? God says, trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not to thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. You know, the heart, the heart, the heart, the heart, the heart. And I can guarantee you, in those days when, you know, before they got the 10 commandments, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, how did they feel when just to see somebody fall over dead, you know what I'm saying, for something they did? You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was like that now, you know what I'm saying, and let's just say that there was no 10 commandments, you know what I'm saying, and let's just say God judged everybody just off straight off of righteousness and unrighteousness, you know what I'm saying, and people was just falling over, floop, dying. Do you think the world would be a better place? Or do you think that people just would still not care? That's a good question, huh? But, you know, the heart, yo, you know what I'm saying? This is about right and wrong. And like I said, it starts with the heart. You know what I'm saying? It really does start with the heart. And, you know, another thing that I feel, you know, when it comes to knowing right and wrong, yo, when it comes to really knowing right and wrong, is the mind. You know what I'm saying? The mind plays such a big part in establishing yourself when it comes to right and wrong with the Lord, because the mind is the point of battleground for Lucifer himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, the mind, you know, he through his, you know, through his the, you know, the enemy's prime point of attack is the mind. The mind is constantly producing thoughts. You know what I'm saying? We produce so many thoughts over a day. You're saying most of the thoughts, you know, most of those thoughts are suggestions. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, you know, the devil will suggest things. You know what I'm saying? Well, why don't you try this? Or why don't you try that? Or, you know what I'm saying? Or they'll even, you know, he'll even accuse someone else. You know what I'm saying? You see what they did? You see what they did to you? They not your friend. You know what I'm saying? Now you show them. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the devil. This is how um he he produces suggestions, you know what I'm saying, and compels us, you know what I'm saying, to want to do things, you know what I'm saying, because, you know, one thing about the devil is he, you know, he's very crafty, and I'm not giving him no credit. I'm not, all right, what's up, Candy? I'm not giving him no credit. You know what I'm saying? One thing I would never do is give the devil credit. But what I don't do is underestimate him. You know what I'm saying? Because the devil will come and he will do things like he will allow us to see a situation where we are being used by someone, and he will play on that. He will play on that to the point to where he will rile us up and get us to make a decision that we really shouldn't have made. You know what I'm saying? So that is the reason why I feel like the mind, along with the heart, is makes the difference when it comes to doing right and doing wrong, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are many days where I know for a fact that the devil done played on my mind. He done played on my mind. And he played on my mind through, because one thing that I feel, that the enemy will do is he will attack you where you're weak. You know what I'm saying? So if you're the kind of person who gets jealous real fast, or you have a problem with anger, or you have a problem with wrath or something like that, the devil will play on that. He'll really play on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he will, it begins in your heart, but the battleground is in your mind, because he's the one that's offering the suggestions. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of those thoughts some of them they're not yours. They're suggestions from Satan himself. You know what I'm saying? Where he is trying to compel you to do something that you should not do. And I know that as human beings, we have all went through it. Whereas, I'm a prime example. When we were small, or grown, we went into the store and we had that automatic, something compelled us to want to steal or take something. You know what I'm saying? Now, we know that ain't right. We know it ain't right. You know what I'm saying? But the devil is offering us suggestions. You know what I'm saying? He's offering us, he's giving us a million reasons why it'll be okay. Well, it's just a piece of gum. Nobody will miss it. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, it ain't nothing but a piece of gum. Like, you could put that in your mouth right now. That's the devil giving you a million reasons why it's okay to do it. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, I know as human beings, we have all been through that, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I I feel that we go through this on a daily basis whenever we're dealing with ourselves, whenever we're dealing with others, whenever we're at work, you know what I'm saying, deciding how we're going to approach work, how we're going to act with other people, you know what I'm saying, especially if we feel they've been shady to us. You know what I'm saying? The mind is the battleground. That is why it is so important. You know what I'm saying? That is why a lot of times, I not only pray, but I do a lot of meditation, because of the fact I need to arrange my thoughts, yo. I need to get my thoughts correct. I need my brain to be, you know what I'm saying, stabilized. You know what I'm saying? Because of the fact that I understand that so many things go through our minds at different parts of the day. And the enemy, you know what I'm saying, which, Satan, Lucifer, whoever you want, whatever you want to call it, you know, he offers suggestions to us at the perfect time. He offers them to us at the perfect time, in hopes that he can compel us to do it. So, let's see. Imaginations, you know what I'm saying? You see, a lot of us have very good imaginations, yo. You know what I'm saying? Imaginations, whatever you imagine, when you imagine something, that comes from your heart. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing we have to realize, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why God tells us, you know what I'm saying, to be, to renew our mind. He tells us to renew our mind, because he knows for a fact that that like he says, the heart, you know what I'm saying, the heart is deceitful and above all things desperately wicked. Who can know it? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us, we may feel like we're okay, but when you get to digging, then we'll have a better understanding that there are even times when people who think they're good have some of the most evil thoughts. And these, you say, the heart is deceitful and above all things desperately wicked. Who can know it? He says, I, the Lord, search the heart and examine the mind, to reward each person according to their conduct, according to what their deeds deserve. You know? He also says, I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. And I believe that when he does this, I believe he does that to those who seek him, those who diligently, you know what I'm saying? Because the Lord knows when God know when you done gave it your best. You can't cheat it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't cheat. You know what I'm saying? That's, and that's why I feel like when he said, and you shall seek me and find me when you shall search for me with all your heart. You see how many times he talks about the heart? He said, you shall find me when you search for me with all your heart. Not just half, not a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, God wants to be number one. He don't want no weekend visits. He want full custody. Period. You know what I'm saying? And for those who understand that and search for him diligently, they will find him. You know what I'm saying? He said, I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. You know what I'm saying? And by him doing this to us, by us by us submitting to Jesus Christ, by us submitting to him, you know what I'm saying? Like, and one thing I want to say about that is because there's this little notion, you know what I'm saying? Like, people who, like myself, you know what I'm saying, who firmly believe in Jesus Christ, you know what I'm saying, who don't, I don't be having sex and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? But like, that life is boring. Boy, that life is safe. You know what I'm saying? When you really understand what's going on out here in this world, you know what I'm saying? When you really understand how the devil is literally walking around looking for somebody to devour, like, this is really the truth. You see it on the TV every day. People dropping like flies, dying all over the place. Some people not even caring about their life no more. They taking their life. They killing their kids. They killing themselves. They killing the whole family. They murdering people in broad daylight. They do not care. The devil is walking around seeking whom he may devour. This is just facts. So when you have a better understanding of that, you know what I'm saying? That means that, okay, well, oh Lord, you know what I'm saying? When I pray to the Lord and say, oh Lord, I pray that you lead me and guide me, you know what I'm saying? Be a lamp unto my feet. Where I don't care if 10,000 people fall, ain't nothing happened to me. You know what I'm saying? This is the safety that we are looking for. That's what the true, when we truly submit to God and wholeheartedly follow behind him. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I cried to the Lord, yo. I cried to the Lord because I knew for a fact I needed the Lord in my life, you know what I'm saying? I just did not have no control. Like it had come to a point where I had like $10,000, you know what I'm saying? And I had made all these plans about how I was gonna do it the right way and do this and do that. And I blew that money. And once I got towards the end of it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was just like, B, what happened? And it wasn't really me. I think it was more God. Like, B, what happened to the plans, yo? What happened to the plans to do right? You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? And I ain't had no excuse. I just didn't do right. And, that's another thing that I want to talk about, because like I say, this is about right and wrong. You know what I'm saying? This is about right and wrong. You know what I'm saying? And before I talk about it, you know what I'm saying, one thing I want to say about Jesus Christ and the gospel, yo, it is all over the world. There is not a place where Jesus Christ has not been preached. You know what I'm saying? So let's be very clear about that. You know what I'm saying? There is not a place on earth that there is not, you know what I'm saying, a Bible. There is not a place on earth. So the whole entire world knows about the Bible and Jesus Christ. And the Bible also says, but if our gospel is hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Christ, who is the image of God, should shine upon them. You know what I'm saying? So what he's saying is, if the gospel be hid to somebody, it's hid to them because they lost. They lost. You know what I'm saying? The God of this world, who is Satan, Lucifer, has blinded their minds. You know what I'm saying? So let's get that understood. The Bible there is a Bible in every part of the earth. You know what I'm saying? And he also says, for I am jealous over you with godly jealousy. For I have espoused you to one husband, that I might present you as a chaste virgin that is in Christ. But I fear, lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your minds should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Christ. We are in the great falling away, yo. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you now. You know what I'm saying? If people don't know, there are people now more than ever who have fallen away. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that, you know, part of the plan for this pandemic, I believe that was a part of that. You know what I'm saying? Because what they did was they stopped people from going to church, from connecting to God. They cramped them up in a house amongst each other, you know what I'm saying? And they kept God away, you know, or what they felt was God, because in our reality, you are the church. But a lot of people go to church to commune, to get that to have that upon them, you know what I'm saying, to get that feeling, you know what I'm saying, to receive that word, you know, to be in the midst of his spirit. But what they did and what happened in this pandemic, I ain't gonna say what they did, let me stop saying that. But I believe that though. But you know what happened in this pandemic is the churches were closed up, you know what I'm saying? I believe people silently forgot about God. You know what I'm saying? I believe that people silently forgot about God and was introduced to all sorts of other things in the midst of this pandemic. I believe that so many other things were introduced to them while they could not go to church, you know? He said, but I fear, lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety. Like I say, he told her a half-truth, which is a lie. There are no half-truths. You know what I'm saying? He told her a half-truth, which is a lie. Yes, you will know the difference between evil and good, but you will also die. That's what the Lord told you. That's what the Lord told you. You will die upon eating this fruit. You know what I'm saying? Which, had they not ate it, we probably would have lived forever. We probably would have lived forever. Not only did Eve eat it, even though Eve is the one who kicked it off, you know what I'm saying? Adam, he fell right behind her. He fell right behind her, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I feel that even though Eve, she knew the difference between right and wrong, God specifically told her. See, and this applies to our lives. God specifically tells us, you know what I'm saying, do this, don't do this, do this, don't do this. And, you know, what we'll do is we'll disregard all of that and be mad when we don't get the results that we're looking for. You know what I'm saying? When we don't feel like we're being treated correctly by God, you know what I'm saying? Which is also inspired by the devil, because the devil knows that you have to follow the rules. That's the reason why he not in heaven. You know, he was lifted up in his pride. You know what I'm saying? Like he knew what the rules was. He knew what the rules was, but he didn't want to follow them. You know what I'm saying? So he knows for a fact that we have to follow the rules. That's why he gave us 10 commandments. How you think you're going to get to heaven? You know what I'm saying? Like, my question on this video, you know what I'm saying? And this is what, you know, I think every person should ask themselves. Am I comfortable going to hell? You know what I'm saying? Do I believe hell is real? And if I do, am I comfortable going there? You know what I'm saying? Because that is, you know what I'm saying? Like, we might can't see it right now, but we not guaranteed forever. There is no negotiation made with us that says that we're going to live for 20 more years or 30 more years or 5 more days or 3 more days. There is no negotiation with us like that. We're living day to day, minute to minute, second to second. You know what I'm saying? We don't know when our deaths will be. A lot of us don't want to think like that. But there is no negotiation with our lives to where we're guaranteed a number of years. You know what I'm saying? And if we die, will we die in our sins? You know what I'm saying? If we die, will we be with the Lord? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people believe, oh, well, Once saved, always saved. Boy, stop. You better stop that. So what you trying to tell me is, since you saying once saved, always saved, that mean that I can go to the Lord and say, Lord, forgive me. I repent of my sins. I'm now a follower of you. I pray that you grant me your grace. Now let's just say God grant you his grace. You know what I'm saying? He say, okay, he's serious. Bop, you mine. So let's just say year and a half go by. I decide to turn around and go back in that world. So now I'm back in the clubs, back smoking weed, back messing with the whores. I'm back doing all this. You mean tell me once saved, always saved? So even though I went back in that world, I'm still saved? No, indeed not. Because it's going to get a point in it. Like, you're going to go back in that world, and the Lord going to be steady trying to get your attention. Brandon, you supposed to be over here. You know what I'm saying? Brandon, come back over here. He gonna keep telling you, come back, come back, come back, come back. But don't you think at some point, once he realized that you just not coming back, that he gonna leave you to your own foolishness, till you be destroyed? I mean, like, the knocks get harder and harder and harder. You know what I'm saying? Until you finally destroy yourself. That's why I don't believe in once saved, always saved. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know for a fact that the Lord say that once, you know what I'm saying, he has you, that you can't be taken from his hand. But, like, where does that fit in for someone who was saved? Like Judas, who betrayed Jesus. He was saved. He was one of the 12 disciples. And he betrayed Jesus. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that, ain't no such thing as one say. You can fall from grace, yo. You know what I'm saying? But, another thing that I want to bring into, I want to talk about, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, this is about right and wrong, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is about right and wrong, you know what I'm saying? And being that it starts in the heart and the battle is in the mind, you know what I'm saying? We have to fight. We have to fight to make that conscious decision daily that we gonna do the right thing. If not, we will be influenced by the devil himself to do wrong. You know what I'm saying? You may not think that you're important enough for the devil himself, to come and try to influence you or to send demons at you. But, when God, look, let me tell you something. The devil is not in hell. When God, how I say in Job, when God asked the devil where he came from, the devil say, from to and fro and up and down the earth. So that lets you know where the devil is at. You know what I'm saying? He's right here on earth, going up and down it and to and fro on it. You know what I'm saying? He ain't in no hell. He going up and down and he just looking and searching and just hoping he can find something. You know what I'm saying? But, I believe that, if it's in your heart, you know what I'm saying, that for a fact, we have to realize in our hearts that, we need to make a change, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, I've always, in my mind, I've always known about God. I've always known about Jesus Christ. I've always believed that they were real. I have always had a relationship with them. But it didn't become so crystal clear until recently. You know what I'm saying? To where, like, it was undeniable. You know what I'm saying? Even though I've seen him take me out of impossible situations, and I've, crossed, all kinds of types of adversities, you know what I'm saying? It didn't become, I'm talking about, it wasn't, just recently, a year, 2 years, 2 years ago, it was to the point to where it was so clear that if I'd have went to hell, there was no way I could have made an excuse. There's no way I could have made an excuse saying, oh, well, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? That's how clear God made it to me. You know what I'm saying? That it was that unmistakable, you know what I'm saying? To where it's like, okay, Brandon, what are you going to do? This is your time, Brandon. Like, that is what I felt was, not in my mind, because for those who love the Lord, your walk is not with the Lord in your mind. Your walk is with the Lord in your heart. You know what I'm saying? Like the Satan is always going to try to battle with you in your mind. But as long as God got your heart, you know what I'm saying? As long as, because the Bible says, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, that's why I don't care to be with a woman. I don't want to be in no relationships. Because I don't want my heart to be nowhere else but with God. You know what I'm saying? I know for a fact that with my heart with God, I'm all right. God don't let me down. I'll let him down before he let me down. That's facts. You know what I'm saying? God ain't never let me down. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one that turned my back on him. You know what I'm saying? And he showed me the reason why this is the best place to be. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, when it comes to right and wrong, it starts in the heart. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, I talk about the heart so much, because we have to get, like, we hold so much in our hearts, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, we hold so much in our hearts. Like, it's so many things that we push away not to think about, that we dig a hole and put it in the hole and bury it so we don't have to think about it. You know what I'm saying? In order to keep the hurt from, from coming up, you know what I'm saying? And we just busting out and crying, you know what I'm saying? But the one thing I want to say is that even though you dig that hole and you put your heart in it, you know what I'm saying, it's still alive. Your heart is still alive. You know what I'm saying? And your heart is what convicts you. Your heart is what convicts you. Your heart is the reason. That's the reason why people don't want to go into their hearts anymore, because they're either convicted or they're excused by their actions. You know what I'm saying? This is the reason why we have to go to the Lord with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to go to the Lord with my heart. I had to go to the Lord with my heart. I'm talking about, you looking at a grown man. And I done been some places, you know what I'm saying. I feel like I'm raised the old way. I'm not gonna say I'm a tough guy, but I ain't soft by no means. You know what I'm saying? And cry like a baby. I'm talking about for the first year and a half, cry like a baby, because at that point in time, a year and a half ago, it seemed like it hurted so bad, yo. It hurted so bad, you know what I'm saying? And I was just, the truth was just right here. The truth was just right here, yo. The truth was right here. And it's like, I could do this, but I didn't want to duck it no more. I didn't want to dodge it no more. You know what I'm saying? And it was just the truth, you know what I'm saying? I knew, I was messed up on the inside, you know what I'm saying? And that was, you know what I'm saying? And I was just ready to stop lying to myself, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times I was lying to myself. I was just lying. I was lying to myself about who I thought I was. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just, and I felt like the Lord had just finally gave me what I needed. You know what I'm saying? He was just like, and I just, it was overwhelming. You know what I'm saying? And in my mind, I was like, I had just got over a relationship, and that relationship that I was in, I wanted to bust out crying in that relationship. Like, but I had the kind of girlfriend she was a hard one. And, and in them kind of relationships, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess a woman to look at you as weak. I had the kind of woman that would look at, she would kind of look at you like, huh? Like, you crying? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And so I guess that's, I had to hold it. You know what I'm saying? But I know for a fact that's the reason why God brought me up out of that, because of the fact, I needed that. I needed that cleansing, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about for some months, yo. I cried a lot, you know what I'm saying? And I had to be by myself all the time, you know what I'm saying? And I know that this was God dealing with me, yo. He was dealing with me, you know what I'm saying? Like, the truth had just become, it was just so heavy on me, you know what I'm saying? And that it was just, I had to let it go, yo. Like, I didn't have no control over my life, even though I didn't have no control, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was things that I was doing that was correct, but at the same time, I didn't have no control. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really, I was getting older. but I wasn't growing. There's a difference between getting older and growing. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't growing not one bit, even though I was getting older. So that was, that's why, that's why I know for a fact that, when it comes to the heart and the mind, what I'm saying, it's so important that we become aware of what's really going on in the inside of us. I had to become aware of what was going on in the inside of me, admit to it, what I'm saying, and understand that there was nothing, you know, I mean, of course I could cry, but I had to go to the Lord, because I didn't know what else to do. I had to go to the Lord. I just had to, you know what I'm saying? That's just all it is to it, because like I say, I had so many pains, so many things going on, you know what I'm saying? That's why I say, to come to the truth, to come to the truth, to come to the light, to have, to have a clear understanding about the light and what it is. The light is truth. So what you're saying, Candy, is that are you implying that the person who is on the inside is um would you agree to me saying that the person who's on the inside is um probably um too fragile? Because I believe that on the inside of us, that's where all the love is. But we know that the world is hard and cold, so it's impossible for the real us to live on the outside. Would you agree to that? Because I know for Yeah, but you know what? Look, that is where we live in that is where the truth actually is, though. The truth, that is where we free ourselves. We free ourselves in knowing that we are fragile, the fragilest part of us, bringing it forward and not caring at all, and not caring at all, letting the world judge us. You know what I'm saying? That was part of me freeing myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, not caring. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I can get on here and be silly, or I could do whatever I want to do and be myself, because of the fact that, you know what I'm saying, like, the innermost part of me, you know what I'm saying, is free. Like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, people gonna have their thoughts. People are gonna think whatever they want to think. You know what I'm saying? But part of my truth in coming forth to being the realest part of me as I can, you know what I'm saying, is the fact that I can expose that fragile part of me. And no matter what the world does, I will not be shaken. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is where I have come to the most ultimate truth. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm able to share love, to give love, you know what I'm saying? To try and help those, you know what I'm saying? Is by me being the most truest part of myself and letting that shine forth. You actually inspire others to do the same thing, Candy. Like, that's the Lord says, hey, I know everybody know this Bible verse. Let your light so shine that men may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. And that is what he is talking about. You know what I'm saying? That is what he is talking about when he's saying, let your light shine. He's saying, be you, be the real you. You know what I'm saying? Be the real you. Don't be afraid. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to be truthful about who you are. Don't, take off that mask, or whoever it is that you're not. If and I'm not saying that you're being something that you're not, Candy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. But but we do know for a fact that I've done it, we've all done it. Whenever we step out the door, we have to put on, we can't show who we really are. Only certain people get to see that. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't want to live like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to live like that anymore. I want to, and it's hard it's hard for, the innermost to always come through, because the world is steady throwing things at you. Now, I will say that, Candy, in the midst of, trying to, or being that person and doing away with the ego, because the ego is the person who we don't want to be. We don't want to have an ego. We just want to, the ego has something to prove. The ego is the one who's always uptight, you know what I'm saying, who always, got something crazy to say. That's the ego. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want to be that, you know what I'm saying? And so I practice, you know what I'm saying, like, I practice just, doing what is not done a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like I was at Wendy's, okay? And I was talking to this woman, and so she asked me if I worked there. So I looked down at my clothes like, do I have any Wendy's clothes on, you know what I'm saying? So she went to pop, 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 pop. She went to popping hard at me, you know what I'm saying? So, for that split second while she was popping at me, you know what I'm saying, something just say, okay, Brandon, start over. You know what I'm saying? So what I did was I said, okay, miss, I tell you what, miss, let's start over. You know what I'm saying? And as soon as I said that, her whole face changed. I say, let's start over. I say, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? And so we continued in the conversation. I say, why you so mad? You know what I'm saying? She said, I ain't mean. You know what I'm saying? I said, but why you so mad though? You know what I'm saying? And she said, because you did this. And I said, well, I must admit that sometimes I am mean. She said, you know what? Me too. So by me showing who I really am, she showed me who she really was. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I feel like that's so important. You know what I'm saying? Because in the beginning, she had showed me her ego. She showed me her ego. You know what I'm saying? She showed me the part of the person who she put on when she come out the door. But by me saying, okay, hold up, let's start over. You know what I'm saying? Let's start over. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I opened up my heart to her. Because even though I didn't know her, you know what I'm saying, I knew for a fact that we had approached each other the wrong way. Because as soon as I looked down at my clothes, like, do I have any Wendy's clothes on? Because that was my ego right there. Silently, that was my ego. That was my ego, like, hold up, you can't see. You know what I'm saying? So I slick caught an attitude with her. You know what I'm saying? And so she came back at me with the same thing. She went to pop, 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 pop. And so that small voice was like, hold up, Brandon. Start over. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as she gave me a chance, I was like, hold up, miss. I said, let's start over. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I said, let's start over, it seemed like she gave me a chance. You know what I'm saying? And she gave me a chance, and we spoke for a minute, you know what I'm saying? And through that, you know what I'm saying, we actually figured out why she was so mad. You know what I'm saying? And where we had went wrong, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like it's, that's why the Bible says, let your light so shine that men may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. But because by you being who you really are in the world, you know what I'm saying, not that person who you pretend to be, but by you being who you really are, you inspire, you secretly, whether they say it or not, you secretly inspire others to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? By showing them that you don't care about what the world thinks. I'm not afraid to tell someone that I love them, even though I've just met them. You know what I'm saying? It does not matter, because I know for a fact that, you know what I'm saying, without anyone telling me, I want to be who I really am. You know what I'm saying? This is about the truth, about right and wrong. This is the path that we take. You know what I'm saying? Once we can make a decision to be who we really are, you know what I'm saying? Don't you think that this also supports the fact that we also want to make the right actions? You know what I'm saying? Do what's actually right. You know what I'm saying? We go from, being who we really are to making the right decisions, to not having to feel like I gotta do this because I'm around this person, or I gotta do that, you know what I'm saying, because I'm around this person, or because that's what they do, so I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Making the right decision. And that's why you know what I'm saying, Candy, I'm talking, Candy, because you the one, hold on, where's she at? You know what I'm saying, Candy? You know what I'm saying? Because, I know for a fact that you say that, the inner you is too fragile for the world, but that's where your freedom lies, yo. That's where your freedom lies. I see you. Okay. You know what I'm saying? That's where your freedom is at. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's scary, yo. It's scary when you first start doing it, and you just, like, when you first start doing it, it's scary because because you don't, you steady thinking about how they gonna react or how they gonna look at you, you know what I'm saying, how the world gonna receive you, you know what I'm saying. But one thing you got to realize is that if you believe in Jesus Christ and you believe in God, then you ain't even a part of the world, no way. You ain't a part of the world. You're not a part of the world. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes you so different. You are the salt of the earth. Without the flavor, what good is the salt? What good is the salt? That is your flavor. You being who you are. That you being who God designed you to be. That is who you are. You know what I'm saying? That is your light. You know what I'm saying? Being able to, in the midst of a bunch of people who don't know how to be themselves, you are the motivator. You are the light. You are the inspirer. You know what I'm saying? You are the inspirer. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, it goes from, I don't know what order it goes from. I know for every person it probably works different, but I know for a fact that if a person can come to the point to where they can, that fragile part of them, that person who is so easily hurt, you know what I'm saying? That fragile person, if we can show that person, because that is the person who holds all the love. That is the person who is, who loves everyone and wants to show love and wants to care for everyone. You know what I'm saying? If we can let that person come through, then that can produce the results we're looking for when it comes to the battle in our mind. You know what I'm saying? Because the battle is also in the mind, you know what I'm saying, to do the right thing, to make the right decisions. How many times have you made a decision based solely off of your friends and not because of something you wanted to do? How many times have you made a decision to do something? See, numerous. How many times have you made, and we all do it. We all do it. We all do it. Many of us don't make decisions because this is what we want to do. We make decisions because, and especially in the presence of our friends, we make decisions because of the fact that our friends like it, so I like it. My friends want to go there, so I want to go there. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hurt my friends' feelings, so I'm going to go through this. I'm going to do this. You know what I'm saying? Even if I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Can you honestly say that you're being yourself? You know what I'm saying? In that, in the thought of that, you can't say that you're being yourself. That's what we're not all supposed to be the same. We're not. We're not. We're not all supposed to be the same. But this is something I also want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Because in Romans, you know what I'm saying? Mind you, I want to remind anybody who's looking at this video is that today is Saturday, you know what I'm saying? And God said he rested on the seventh day. So I don't do any work on the seventh day. And I do my best to talk about things that matter, things that can help us move up in life, not just in age, but also in growth. You know what I'm saying? Because these are real life things that are going on in the world. This is why the world is so messed up now. Nobody really wants to be themselves. Everybody wants to be that person that they see on the TV. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to be the ultimate them. I want to be the ultimate Brandon. I aspire to find out what that looks like. I want to know what that looks like. You know what I'm saying? What does it look like to be the ultimate Candy? What does the ultimate Candy look like? You know what I'm saying? What would the ultimate Candy look like? You know what I'm saying? The most upgraded Candy, the Candy that is her highest self. You know what I'm saying? Under the authority of the Most High and Jesus Christ. What does that look like? You know what I'm saying? Like, what does that really look like? Can you picture that in your mind? You know what I'm saying? To where I can release all these doubts. You know what I'm saying? Um, well, I'll say this, because one thing I want to say is that we're all in situations. We're all in situations. I think that perception is everything. You know what I'm saying? Because you know I'm in this situation, but where I don't have a house, I don't have an apartment. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but I look at this as a part of my journey to get where I'm supposed to be. Okay, so I know for a fact that the Bible also says, that we supposed to glory in tribulations. I don't know if your situation is, I don't know exactly what it is, and I don't want to be nosy, but you know, I just want, like I say, we're all in situations, you know what I'm saying? And even though, you know, my situation isn't the greatest, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want it to weigh on me so bad to where I'm unable to do what I know I'm here to do. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes our situation can hinder us. It can hinder us and keep us from seeing, you know what I'm saying, um what's truly going on with us. You know what I'm saying? Because, one thing I want to say, Candy, is that you can't live in the past because it's already come and gone, and you can't live in the future because it isn't here yet. You know what I'm saying? So the only thing that we can live in is the present. That's the only thing we can live in is the present. You know what I'm saying? And that is the most important thing right now as we speak is the present. You know what I'm saying? There isn't a more precious time than right now. You know what I'm saying? Because we do not know the future and the past has already left us. You know? So I think that I'm not gonna say that. I think that, you know, if we are, and I don't want to I don't want to come off like how some of these people that be talking about God come off. You know what I'm saying? I want people to understand that when the person who does diligently, because this is what I did. I went to the Lord and I said, hey, look, see this? My heart here. Take it. You know what I'm saying? Because I sure don't want the devil to have it. I don't want the world to have it because I know for a fact that this right here will go will flip mountains for anyone. This right here will give you the shirt off my back. This right here will think about you before I think about myself. So being that I know that, and being that I know who I am on the inside and the goodness that is in me, you know what I'm saying? Instead of giving it to the world or to my friends or to a girl, okay, I'm going to give it to you, Lord. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, I'm going to tell you the truth. I ask the Lord, well, look, can I have your heart? Now, I know can I have your heart? If I have your heart, God, I know for a fact I can't go wrong. You know what I'm saying? I can't go wrong. You know what I'm saying? So, look, you take my heart and I'm going to take yours. You know what I'm saying? That's how I talk to God. You know what I'm saying? And that's just where I'm at with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see the growth in my relationship between God. You know what I'm saying? Because now when I flip open the Bible and I just flip it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'll come to something and I'll be reading it and it'll be so like present to like the time I'm living in to where I'll be like, well, hold up. Is he really talking to me? Hey, it'll be like, nah, he is. Stop playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's how evident it is. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, like I say, I went after the Lord, because I just realized that I went after a lot of things in my life, and everything that I went after that wasn't with God, like like holding water in my hand. You know what I'm saying? And so it just got to the point where God was just like, you know what I'm saying, all right, B, you done tried everything but me, yo. You know this where you supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? But let me read this part because I wrote this down. I did a lot of writing today. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm making this video, is because I just, you know, like I said, we're talking about right and wrong, and, you know, and I want people, I want people to really connect with themselves, you know what I'm saying, with their inner light. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about, because they got these, this open your chakra, play with crystals type thing, and all that is, that's I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? I can't tip, you know, I know for a fact that if you play with that, that's going to take you somewhere where you don't want to be. You know what I'm saying? But I can tell you for a fact that if you can diligently search for Jesus Christ the same way you play with them crystals, if you and all that, then I can guarantee you that you're gonna get results. You know what I'm saying? If you're diligent, I can tell you that. You know what I'm saying? But speaking about right and wrong, you know what I'm saying? Romans. Yeah, new age. That's exactly what it is, Candy. New age. And I don't like, I you know, I just be so hurt because there was some women who tried to come at me in the parking lot at Walmart, and they were talking about the new age stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, you know what I'm saying, like, ma'am, you know what I'm saying, you barking up the wrong tree, because I don't mess with none of that. You know what I'm saying? I know that all of that, you know what I'm saying, takes you to a place, because it only opens a door for you to let demons into your life, for you to let the spiritual world into your life. Crystals, witchcraft, all of that just allows the spirit world into your life and allows it to affect your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it allows to affect your life. Opening your third eye, all that does is allow the spiritual world into your life. There's a wall, and you take that wall down by opening up your third eye. You know what I'm saying? But speaking about right and wrong, you know what I'm saying? Romans 7:15 through 24, it says, for that which I do, I allow not. But for what I would do, that do I not. You know what I'm saying? And that, you know, I know that makes perfect sense for a lot of us, because there are, you know, we know for a fact that there is good in us, but how to perform it is different. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, the Bible even says, for that which I want to do, I allow not. But for what I would, that do I not. But what I hate, that do I. If then I do that which I would not, I consent to the law that is good. Now then it is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me. You know what I'm saying? This is so relative to us, you know what I'm saying? Because how many times have we as people said that we were not going to do something because we knew that it was not right, and we still did it? You know what I'm saying? I know I did it a million times. You know what I'm saying? Like, there have been plenty of times when, like, let's see, like, you know, like, you know, I'm gonna just say smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew for a long time that God had been told me, hey, B, put that weed down, yo, put that weed down. And, you know, I had in my mind, I was like, okay, all right, last one, I'm done, over with. Okay, so a day go by, I'm doing good. 2 days go by, and it's like, you know, and it's like over a week, I'm back doing it. So how to perform the good, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, my willpower is not enough. It's not enough, yo. It says, for I know that in me, in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing. You know what I'm saying? For to will is present. The will to do it is present. But how to perform it, that which is good, I find not. That is with mankind. You know what I'm saying? That is with mankind. There are things that we all, we all have this, this uh, wishing or wanting to do what is right. Hey, look, and you know what they say about food? You know what I'm saying? This is what this is what they say about food. They say that if you can control what you eat, you can basically control your life, because they say that controlling your eating habits is probably the one of the most hardest things to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just hit that dead on the head, Candy, because you know what I'm saying, I know for a fact that, you know what I'm saying, like, that is one of the hardest things to do, is controlling what to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can control that, you know what I'm saying, if you could just manage to if you could, and I'm saying manage, but one thing I want to say to you, Candy, because I'm leading you the wrong way. If you're trying to cut off sweets and you're trying to develop discipline about what you eat, you know what I'm saying, what I would suggest is that constant prayer, constant meditation, because we have to meditate on the thoughts because it is the thoughts in our mind that eventually overpower us, and we give in and go eat. You know what I'm saying? It is our thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we make excuses. Well, I done did a day, that was good enough. I'm gonna go ahead and get something. You see what I'm saying? Or well, I did 3 days, so I'm finna reward myself with something sweet. You know what I'm saying? Like, we will find excuses. You know what I'm saying? We will make excuses in our own minds, And that is why when it says, for I know that in me, in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing. In my flesh dwelleth no good thing. Because my flesh want to have sex. My flesh won't, my flesh won't do whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's what the flesh want to do. You know what I'm saying? But the spirit is different. You know what I'm saying? The spirit is the one in you, that quiet voice that's trying to get you to do right. It's just that your flesh, your flesh is ruling you at that point in time. You know what I'm saying? That is why God tells us to bring our flesh into subjection. You know what I'm saying? When we eat too much, you know what I'm saying, not being able to discipline ourselves, this is part of the devil's devices to eventually get us out of whack, to get us out of control. You know what I'm saying? That's part of his devices. You know what I'm saying? So, if the devil sees that you had a problem with having sex, and now all of a sudden you just quit and you're not doing it no more, then he gonna find somewhere else to attack you. If he knows for a fact that you like a certain type of food, then he gonna want you to eat it. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get you. He gonna try to get you through another way. This is his devices. You know what I'm saying? This is how the devil attacks us. You know what I'm saying? He attacks us like that, to where we get to the point to where, okay, I ain't having sex no more. You know what I'm saying? But every time I look around, I got MF, bad words coming out my mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to control my mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like the devil is constantly trying us in different parts of our lives. You know what I'm saying? And that is why it says, for I know that in me, in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing. You know what I'm saying? Because for the will is present. I want to do it. But how to perform that which is good, I ain't found it. You know what I'm saying? And that is why and that is that is the reason why, I ran to Jesus Christ, because I already knew that I didn't have the strength to do it, and I needed the strength. And so that is why, I pray daily, and I look, I ain't playing when I say that, but I pray daily. I pray daily. You know what I'm saying? Because look, like, the flesh be wanting to get busy. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? Because my spirit is in control. You know what I'm saying? My spirit is in control, and that's how I want it to be. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not out here, just wilding out. You know what I'm saying? I know what that look like, and I don't want to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just telling you that now. You know what I'm saying? Like, It says, it says, it says, for the good that I would, I do not. Yeah, hey, look, look, and my suggestion, and this is just a suggestion, what I'm saying, would be to try one thing at a time. You know what I'm saying? One thing at a time. You know what I'm saying? If one thing at a time, and go to the Lord about it. Go to the Lord about it. You know what I'm saying? Give it to the Lord. And you might, let me tell you something. That sounds so cliche-ish. But I'm not saying give it to the Lord from your mouth. Give it to the Lord from your heart. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord, he can hear your heart. You know what I'm saying? The mouth will say anything. But what do your heart really want? You know what I'm saying? Give it to the Lord from your heart. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I was to the point where I was ready to break down. I had lost my job. I lost a good job. I lost a house. I lost a car. I was living with my sister. You know what I'm saying? Like, so many things was going on, and it was just out of control, and I had no control, and I just didn't know what was going on. And I told my sister, I said, hey, look, I'm bitter. I'm bitter because my life it just collapsed on me. My life has collapsed, and I was just bitter. And I told her, I say, I'm gonna be here a while. I want to be bitter. I don't want to be happy. I don't want to be good. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be none of that. I just want to be bitter right now. And that's what I was for a long time, yo. I had to recover. I knew I was gonna recover. I just didn't know when. I knew I was gonna recover. I just didn't know when, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was going through so much. And what I didn't realize is that it was the Lord. It was the Lord. He getting my attention, yo. He was getting my attention. You know what I'm saying? He was getting my attention. He was, and that was where he was saying, hey, B, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, if you just put me first, I'm gonna take you, I'm gonna show you what it is. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the Bible says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. So that is why in the mornings now, before I even look at my phone, I pray. Because that was one thing that God pointed out to me. He's like, Brandon, look, before you even pray now, you be jumping on that phone trying to see what's going on. That's an idol. You putting that above me. That's a problem. Okay, so now it's to the point now where I have practice, you know what I'm saying? Because practice makes perfect. So now in the mornings, I don't touch that phone. So or if I look at it, it'll be just to look at the time and see what time it is. But I don't touch that phone, you know what I'm saying, until I done prayed, you know what I'm saying, until I done really went to the Lord and had a conversation, you know what I'm saying, with the Lord. Oh, Lord, let me tell you about how I really feel, you know what I'm saying? I'm okay, but it's still things going on inside of me, you know what I'm saying? I'll be so glad when this is over with. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I talk about with the Lord, because I'm not always good. I'm not always happy, you know what I'm saying? I'm not always. So I talk to the Lord like he's sitting right here. Like, that is my best friend, yo. So, but it also says, now if I do that, if I did do that, I would not. It is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me. I find then a law that when I would do good, evil is present with me. For I delight in the law of God after the inward man, but I see another law in my members, warring against my mind and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin, which is in my members. O wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death? That was Paul talking when he wrote that. That was Paul. Paul was basically saying that even though in his heart he know for a fact he loved the Lord and he want to do right by the Lord, at the very same time he see that his flesh is desiring to do everything else that is not with the Lord, that is against the Lord. At the very same time, while he loves the Lord, he reads the Bible, his heart is with the Lord, he still sees this other. You saying the flesh is, it's at war with one another. Even while I want to do good, the flesh still wants to do what it wants to do. That is why I have to, Candy, you got to bring your body into subjection, period. You know what I'm saying? If it starts with the sweets, let it start with the sweets. If it start with the potty mouth, my advice will let it be the potty mouth, because, you know what I'm saying, by our words, we convict ourselves. That's why I always say, let your words be few, because by our words, we convict ourselves, yo. You know what I'm saying? By our very words. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna come a point in time where we go before the Lord. And I feel like in my mind, it may not be like this, but in my mind, the Lord gonna rewind that video on me. He gonna rewind that video on me. And when he rewind that video, he gonna be like, Brandon, you remember this? Oh. And what can I say? I did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't like I could be like, I ain't making no excuses. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, like, dang, like, so that's why I got to the point now where, I ain't perfect with it, but I let my words be few, Candy. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, God say, be angry, but sin not. You know what I'm saying? He say, and this is why we are supposed to, he says, set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth. And, I know for a fact that at times when, for us who are, who believe in God, you know what I'm saying? Like, we'd be like, well, what else can I do? You know what I'm saying? What else can I do? And let me say this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I spend most, if I'm not working, then, I read my Bible, I pray, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I play the games on my phone, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that, you can't have a life. It's just that your life is now dead like Jesus Christ, you know what I'm saying? And it says, for you are dead and your life is dead with Christ in God. When Christ, when Christ, who is our life, shall appear, then you shall appear with him in glory. Mortify your members. Mortify means to subdue. Subdue the body or its needs and desires by self-denial or discipline. This is the very thing we was talking about, Candy. You know what I'm saying? It says subdue the body. You know what I'm saying? We have to subdue it. We have to make our body, our mind, and our mouth do what we want it to do. You know what I'm saying? It says, mortify your members which are upon the earth: fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection. Let me tell you what inordinate affection is. That is connected to passion. Anything outside or instead of God that you are willing to suffer for. So anything that's outside of God that you are willing to suffer for, that's inordinate affection. Evil concupiscence. Evil concupiscence is our attraction to the sin in the world and to the temptations of the devil. Is called concupiscence and is defined as inclination to evil. And covetousness, which is idolatry. Idolatry is the worship or something. Idolatry is the worship of something or someone as if it were God. That makes me think about American Idol. For which thing's sake the wrath of God come on the children of disobedience. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, by us, we got to go to the Lord because we need the strength. Our strength alone ain't gonna get it. I can tell you that now, because that's how we've been trying. We've been trying all our life, trying to do it by just our strength, and it ain't working. You know what I'm saying? Have you been able to control your mouth or what you eat by your own strength, Candy? Have you been able? And see, this is something else that, like I say, I wrote all this down straight out the Bible, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to the truth, the Bible is the only thing that'll do it for me. You know what I'm saying? Yes, YouTube be having truth. Yes, they got other places where people be having opinions that be truth. But I'm going to tell you this now, a lot of times, I come straight from the Bible because I know for a fact that there are no lies in the Bible. And one thing about the Bible is no matter where I go in it, it's all going to help me. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is going to mislead me. You know what I'm saying? It all helps me from day to day. It helps me live a life that is more righteous. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been a dirty dog before. Right, right. You know what I'm saying? That that is the thing that's the most disappointing really for me is that whenever I was trying to do it on my own strength, it was only lasting so long. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll be right back at it. And then once I get right back at it, I'll be secretly mad at myself. Like, Brandon, how could you do this? Like, you was doing good. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you fell off. But I'm just to the understanding now, that I can't do it on my own strength. I can't. And ever since I have, I'm talking about really submitted. And let me tell you something. This ain't no easy path, yo. It ain't no easy path. Sometimes I get mad at people. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, I don't say the right thing. Sometimes I fall short. You know what I'm saying? But in the midst of that, I go to the Lord and I say, "Hey Lord, look, this is what I did." You know what I'm saying? Because this ain't no cakewalk. It ain't no cakewalk. But I tell you this, it's better than and I'm not gonna say it's better. You know what I'm saying? It is the way. It's the way. You know what I'm saying? It is the way. It's the way, yo, because I have learned things. I have learned so many things in the process. Even though this walk is hard, I done learned some stuff. And it's a lot of things that I have learned that I choose not to share on here because of the fact that I feel some people have to come to the realization of it on their own. What it really means to walk with God. What it, for, him to really be a lamp unto your feet, yo. That's why can't nobody in this world tell me Jesus ain't real, boy. The stuff I done been through and survived, can't nobody, can't nobody tell me, can't nobody, I don't care, it's signed and sealed, yo. I done been through some things, boy. And I ain't talking about just with I'm talking about, man, I could talk about some stuff with you, Candy. You know what I'm saying? Where you will really understand what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? And I know that in the midst of that, like I wasn't supposed to survive that. Like I supposed to be out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like the Lord had his hand on me. Hey, like I'm talking about, yo. Yeah, Candy, we all I can say, Candy, is that, you know, we don't all think the same. We don't all think the same, Candy. That's all that I can say, I think that it's very unfortunate, what I'm saying, that happened. But one thing I will say, Candy, is that, that's, even though you see me talk a lot on these videos, that's probably the main reason why. Well, that's not the main reason, but, I'm a loner. I'm a loner. And, you know, what if, let me ask you this, Candy. What if that wasn't supposed to work out right anyway? What if that? Have you thought about it, in that way, where it wasn't meant for you to probably or be in communication? Because sometimes when something isn't for you, it doesn't work out. And it'd be hard for us to look at it that way. But a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, God is showing us that that's not the way. Especially if you know for a fact that you were being a good person toward them and they did that. What if that just wasn't for you? You know what I'm saying? You know, the Bible says that, we try to decide what our lives will be like, but God is the one who makes the ultimate decision. You know what I'm saying? So because the ways of a man are, well, I ain't gonna say that, but we have all these plans about what we will do and how we will be and who will be our friends and this and that. But what if God is saying, mm-mm, that's not for you? What if he's saying that? What if what he did was actually protect you from something? Because we have to remember that God can see better than us, and he hears things that we don't hear, and he can see into the future where we can't. So I mean, I would just take that as, that wasn't for you. Regardless to how I felt or how bad you may have wanted it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that is the beginning, of God saying, hey, it's not for you. Would you consider that, Candy? I mean, that's and that is that is I want to say that is what it's really like to experience God in our lives and not even realize it. Because, God's ways are not our ways. His thinking is not our thinking. His understanding is not our understanding. You know what I'm saying? And so we go into situations, things happen, and we don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? And we know for a fact that, we had good intentions and we had a good heart, and it didn't plan out the way that we wanted it to plan out. But what if that was God's way of saying it's not for you? What if he was actually showing you right in front of your face that was not for you? And because that's what it's like for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it's like for me. That's how I know when something ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever jumped in a relationship and you came out of that relationship worse than you was when you first went in? That's when you know that relationship wasn't for you. hey, hey, you ever been in a relationship, I'm telling you, and it seemed like you came out more crazier than you was when you first went in it. Hey, that's God's way of letting you know that wasn't for you. Hey, I'm telling you. And I'm only telling you from experience, yo. I'm only telling you from experience. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, because, being in the presence of God, you know what I'm saying, and him leading and directing us, we like babies. We like babies because we don't understand his ways. We don't have the correct thinking. That's why we have to draw near to God so that he can fix us to where we can hear him clearer. You know what I'm saying? We like babies, you know what I'm saying? And so, God's way, I feel like, in my opinion, I ain't gonna say, I'm gonna say in my opinion, God's way of training us is through error. You know what I'm saying? You know how, like, you touched that stove and it was hot, and you knew for the rest of your life that you didn't want to touch that stove no more. I feel like that's how it is with God. Well, I'm glad and see, would you say that you're looking for another relationship in your heart? Honestly, would you say that you're looking for another one? And the only reason why I'm asking if you're looking for another one is because, like I say, we always got plans, but God is the one God's plans is gonna always override ours. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter the situation you're in, Candy, God has a purpose for you. There's a reason why you are here. You have to figure out what that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has a purpose for you. And I don't care what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Well, and I'm not going to say I don't care, but God's plans are always going to supersede yours. God's plans are always going to supersede yours. That is why, you know, yeah, you're right too. You're right. If you know for a fact you're being targeted, you know, God is trying to get your attention, Candy. You know, and you don't have to listen. you know, but I can tell you this: in the situation that you're in with being targeted, you not listening to God just makes it worse. Because what that mean is you don't have a guide, and you're in the dark and you don't have a guide. You see what I'm saying? Like, like when I first started being targeted, yo, I didn't know what to do. I was out my mind, yo. I was jumping out of my truck, stopping people like, "Are you following me?" Like, that's what I was doing when I first started being targeted, and I actually realized that people were following me. I'm talking about, it got to the point where, hey, that's why, hey, I don't want no relationship, because it just, I just come to the realization that God, you know, what if a relationship ain't for you right now, Candy? What if God got something else for you? What if he's trying to, what if he's trying, we always believe that it's our time for something. But what if God got other plans, and he's trying to make those plans flourish, you know? What if he's trying to get those plans to flourish? But we all have a choice. We all have a choice. But let me finish this though, because this is what I really wanted to talk about. Okay, so it says, and this is what we have to realize and see. It says, where is it at? All right. You know, and this is Romans 1. This is Romans 1. Okay, this is Romans 1. And it says that because that when they knew God, they glorified him not as God, neither were they thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools, and changed the glory of the incorruptible, and changed the glory of the uncorruptible God. God, the Jehovah is uncorruptible, and changed the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like to corruptible man, and to birds, and four-footed beasts, and creeping things. So they saying, so what that verse is saying is that those who have forsaken God, they took the uncorruptible God and made him into an image. You know what I'm saying? People are praying to, they have crosses now, and they pray to trees and birds, and they made God into all kinds of things now. You know what I'm saying? And it says, wherefore God also gave them up. And that's what one thing I want you people to listen to. He said, wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanness through the lusts of their own heart, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves. He said, so God said he gave them up to uncleanness through the lusts of their own heart, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of God into a lie, and worshiped and served the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. You see what I'm saying? He say they changed the truth of God into a lie, and worshiped and served the creature more than the Creator. For this cause God gave them up unto vile affections. Vile affections. For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. You see what I'm saying? And God saying the natural, this is the words he used in that. He said God gave them up to vile. Vile means like that's dirty, wretched, terrible, vile affections. For even their women did change their natural use, natural, which is natural, into that which is against nature. You see what I'm saying? So natural use and against nature. You see what I'm saying? And likewise, also the men, leaving the natural use of the women, burned in lust one towards another. These are the things that's going on the earth, yo. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, one thing about me is that, you know what I'm saying, this is about right and this is about wrong. You know what I'm saying? And, if you don't believe in God and Jesus Christ, then of course you probably, of course they probably feel like they can do whatever they want to do. But if you believe in God and Jesus Christ, then you have rules to live and die by. This is just facts. You know what I'm saying? If you believe in Jesus Christ, you have rules to live and die by. You see what I'm saying? This is the reason. He said for this, you know what I'm saying? For this cause, God gave them up unto vile affections. For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. And likewise, also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burn in lust one toward another. Men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense, reward of their error, which was meat. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, because that's the way of the world now. The world don't recognize God because the world wants to do whatever it wants to do. You see what I'm saying? It don't want to be held accountable for its actions. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. Now, what does reprobate mind mean? You know what I'm saying? I looked that up on Google, and I know for a fact that it may not be exactly, the exact, you know what I'm saying, thing, you know what I'm saying? But this is just, something to look at, you know what I'm saying? To have a reprobate mind. Reprobation in Christian theology is a doctrine which teaches that a person can reject the gospel to a point where God in turn rejects them and curses their conscience. You see what I'm saying? This is what's going on in the world right now, though. You know what I'm saying? And according to what you believe in, you know what I'm saying? That's how people are deciding what's right and what's wrong. And verse 29 in Romans says, being filled with all unrighteousness. He said all. Being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers. What's going on in the world? People love to debate God and what he said. Like, say, bro, I'm gonna tell you this now, and I know there's a lot of people that ain't gonna like it. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? God law is law. God law is law. You know what I'm saying? And the sooner people respect that and come to terms with that, the better off they'll be. You know what I'm saying? Like, who is you? You just a piece of grass that God has allowed to live in this world. You know what I'm saying? People don't want to look at it like that, though. You know what I'm saying? People do not want to look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? Amongst 7 to 8 billion people that's on this earth, you are just one person. Just one. You know what I'm saying? And people love to debate God and what he really said. I told a lady, I say, hey man, you know what I'm saying? I say, you go to church on Saturday. I say, that's cool because, Saturday is the Sabbath. That's the 7th day. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we don't go to church because it's the Sabbath. We just go on Saturday because that's the day we designed it to go. Oh, okay. So you don't believe that that's the Sabbath? Oh, well, people, I believe that, people be worried about the wrong things when it comes to God. Okay. So you don't, you don't believe that we should follow the rules? Like, I know it's hard, you know what I'm saying? But that's why we got to come to the Lord, yo. That's, but anyways, you know what I'm saying? It says, backbiters, haters of God, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful, who knowing the judgment of God, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same thing, but have pleasure in them that do them. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, I don't want to be like that, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was younger, what I'm saying, I used to think I wanted to be a thug and, I was young-minded. You know what I'm saying? I was just young-minded. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to, I saw, I used to see that on the corner. See them little dudes up the street doing that. You know what I'm saying? I used to think that's something I could do. You know what I'm saying? Being a follower. But I know that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? When I reach down into myself and I look into myself, I know who I am. And I ain't no thug. I ain't no gangster. I ain't none of that. You know what I'm saying? I know for a fact I'm a firm believer in the Lord. And that's just where I'm at with this, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is where I'm at. Like, one thing I want to say is that, like I say, this is true. This is true, and that's the reason why I'm going to say it. We can decide in our own life what we want to do. But God's plan is going to always overrule that, yo. And so when you decide to do something and it don't work out and it collapse and it self-destruct and it implode and it don't come to fruition like you want it to, it's because it's not God's plan. It's not God's plan. I had got a nice job making over 60K a year and, you know what I'm saying, got a house and got a car, nice looking house, you know what I'm saying, 3 bedrooms, living by myself, you know what I'm saying, and fixing up my little life the way I thought it was going to be. And then guess what? The Lord say, Hey, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that to say that he just came and he's a destroyer. But what I'm saying is he had a better plan. You know what I'm saying? Whereas I think I feel like I had lost something, I feel like in the end, you know what I'm saying, just like Job, because we got to remember Job now, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, when the sons of God went before the Lord, the devil came too, huh? And the Lord asked the devil, from whence thou came? And he said, from going up and down and to and fro the earth. You know what I'm saying? And they went to talking about Job. And the devil told God, the only reason why Job, you know what I'm saying, is righteous and obedient to you is because you got your hand over him. He said, you take your hand off of him, you know what I'm saying, and he'll curse you to your face. You know what I'm saying? And so God told the devil, he said, I'll tell you what, I'm going to allow you to touch Job. He said, only do not take his life. And the devil took everything from Job. The devil took everything from Job. But guess what? Job did not curse God not one time. He remained faithful to God. Job cursed his own life before he cursed God. You know what I'm saying? He cursed his own life before he cursed God. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it means to be held in the fire. Job was held in the fire. And a lot of us are being held in the fire and we don't even know it. Or the Lord is trying to, you know what I'm saying? Because this is the thing about the Lord. He want to make you, and you may have a little rust on you, and he wants to make you into something shiny. You know what I'm saying? He wants to, but first he got to stick you in the fire. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that produces, you know what I'm saying, these type of things is, when we go through things, tribulations produce patience. You know what I'm saying? Tribulations produce patience, Candy. Tribulations produce patience. Patience produce faith. Faith produce character. It's so many things that come with going through hard times. You know what I'm saying? We just have to look at it in the right way. We can't look at it like, oh, God is taking a big dump on me. No. God is taking you somewhere. It's just up to you to look at it the right way. You know what I'm saying? It's just up to you to look at it the right way, to remain faithful, to never forget to pray. You know what I'm saying? Bring your body into subjection. You know what I'm saying? The more you do this, the more the Lord is going to show him and reveal himself to you. He's going to show you things that you never thought you knew. He's going to show you things you never knew. I'm a personal witness. You know what I'm saying? What's between me and the Lord is between me and the Lord, but I'm a personal witness. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, it's up to you. You know what I'm saying? The choice is yours. That is the grand scheme of things. God gave you choice. He gave you choice. You know what I'm saying? Now, even though he gave you choice, whichever street you take, You gotta take what come with it. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, whereas, a lot of us, we look at our situations like, what I'm saying, oh, God don't love me. You know what I'm saying? God don't love me. He don't care about me. He never hear me. No. It's up to us. It's our perception. Perception is everything. Because just like you know what I'm saying, like you say that dude who you talk to on the phone, you know what I'm saying? You say you was cool with him, right? And he was a butthole, or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Now you trying to figure out what you did wrong. But what if that wasn't for you? You know what I'm saying? So perception is everything. You know what I'm saying? We have to understand that if we belong to the Lord, he don't want to see nothing happen to us. Now, what if that same dude who you was talking to on the phone with, you know what I'm saying? What if you'd have met him and met up with him and he was a perp and he tried to kill you or something? You see what I'm saying? You don't know what would have happened in the future. That's why I tell the Lord all the time, oh Lord, if it ain't for me, don't let it take it away. You know what I'm saying? That, even when I was trying to get into a relationship, I tell the Lord the same thing. If they ain't for me, take them away. You know what I'm saying? That's just me being deadly honest with myself. You know what I'm saying? See, this is all about truth, yo. Right or wrong, truth. Where do those lines lay at? You know what I'm saying? The Lord talk to you. You just don't be realizing he talking to you. I think that's really what it is, Candy. I think the Lord talk to you all the time. You just don't be realizing it's him. You just don't be realizing that is him talking to you. I think you be feeling like it's something else. You know what I'm saying? That's where the devil come in at. He try to confuse you. You know what I'm saying? I think the Lord talk to you all the time. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. And, what if, you'd have got with him and he'd have, he'd have put you in an even worse situation. I don't, let me tell, and I want to say this to you, Candy. Whenever the Lord, and because this is very true, whenever God is dealing with you, he wants you to himself. He don't want you with nobody else. Whenever the Lord is trying to purge away and to make you pure, to make you right, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what this targeting is. The targeting is, almost like it's good for you in some ways, because what it does is it forces you to make a decision about where you're going to stand. You know what I'm saying? The average person who gets targeted like this, they're going to run to the Lord because they know that the Lord is the only one who can save them. You see what I'm saying? But there are some who refuse to to see it that way. And they pay for it. They pay for it, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you this now. I know for a fact, had I not, at the rate these people coming at me, had I not ran to the Lord, I'd have been up out of here. I'd be one of the perps. I'd be one of the perps. But the Lord already knew once he put that heat on me, he knew I was going to come running. Hey, I'm telling you, the Lord already knew once he put that heat on me, I'm coming. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Hey, he already knew. He already knew. I know how to make Brandon move. Hey, so guess what now, Katie? You gotta make a decision. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get better, You know what I'm saying? If you want to get better in life, you know what I'm saying? Or if you want your, you know what I'm saying? Let me ask you this, Candy. And I want you to be honest. I want you to be upfront. Let me pull my camera up. I want you to be upfront with me. Let me ask you a question. You know, God says that he is responsible for everything, correct? And if God is the one who is putting you through this, what can the United Nations do? What can they do? Nothing. Look, this is the reason why. Who are you going, like, to be targeted? Who are you going to say to, who are you going to say is targeting you? What kind of evidence are you going to have? Everyone who's being targeted, really no one has any real evidence. You might take pictures. You might have pictures of them shining their lights. These are all things that excuses can be made for. Everyone who's being targeted has no real evidence. Do you have any evidence, Candy? Do you have any real evidence? Hey, let me tell you, look, for all people who are targeted individuals or feel like they're being targeted, you know what I'm saying? What is not being realized is that you are being targeted spiritually. You see what I'm saying? That is why, you know what I'm saying, this is a spiritual thing. What do you have videos of, Candy? What do you have videos of? I'd love to know what you have videos of. What do you have videos of? The people who are being targeted don't realize. Look, I'm gonna say it like this, okay? I'm gonna say it like this. Well, I don't know. I can't say. I'm finna say because I don't. I'm not sure if, you know, like, do people know why they're being targeted? People could be possibly being targeted for different reasons. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go check them out. I'm gonna go check them out. But let me tell you this from my experience, okay? Because this is what well, I don't, I think my situation is a little different, you know what I'm saying? Because what I did was, around the time of 2021, while they was talking about the Saturn coming in and all that, and it was supposed to be this great thing where people have powers and stuff. Okay, well, during this time, I was doing a lot of things to get myself together with the Lord, right? And so apparently I was rubbing some people the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Just by me talking, getting my life together and talking about the Lord. Apparently, you know what I'm saying, it was some people that didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? And so while I was on a job one day, I came to the realization I was being set up. And the guy that was driving the van told me, which I live in Atlanta, and he was like, don't bring that down here. And I was like, don't bring that down here. Like, and so when he said, don't bring that down here, I had a feeling I knew what he was talking about, because I was going on videos and I was talking about God and Jesus Christ, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I had kind of like an indication of what he was talking about. All right. So when we gets out the van, I'm looking at the people around me. Okay. And all of them look demonic. And so now that I think about that experience I had when that guy was on the phone. Hey, all the people who do the gang stalking, they be on their phone, correct? Do you see like a large amount of them on their phone all the time? And if not, most of the people who are stalking me, they be on their phone. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I have realized is that this is spiritual, yo. And they are able, the people who they are able to use, they can, it's kind of like the Matrix. They can jump from one person to, that spirit can jump from one person to another. It's just like the Matrix, yo. This is a spiritual war. You know what I'm saying? And if they are not able to jump into you, it is because the Lord has set you to the side. If they are not able to use you and make you into a perp, it is because the Lord has his hand on you. The United Nations cannot save you. This is about you and the Lord. This is about you and the Lord, yo. They ain't gonna never stop. And let me tell you this, the better you get, the worse it's gonna be. They never gonna stop, yo. That's why, and I'm telling you now, I like, it's to the point, dog. It's to the point. We at war, yo. We at war. We at war. I'm telling you this now. Look, I can guarantee you that most of the people who are being targeted, they was probably trying to hit you and make you into a perp, and they couldn't do it. And they realized that they couldn't hit you, and they can't, and then they realized that you one of them. You know what I'm saying? And so now they stalking you, they following you everywhere. That's how it was working for me. I was being set up. They was trying to hit me. Now that I think back and look back at all the situations, they had been after me. They had been trying to get me. You see what I'm saying? But see, that's the thing about it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm gonna say it like this. You know what I'm saying? I don't, because I don't know your exact situation. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just telling, comparing mine to yours. But I'm telling you this. Hey, if they are watching you, you know what I'm saying? They, if you're not a perp, then basically, because it's kind of like the wheat and the tear. Remember the separating of the wheat and the tear? This is the separation. This is the separation. Hey, I have refused all their offers. I have refused every single offer they have came at me with. They have come at me and said, they say things like this. And see, what we got to realize is it's not actually that person talking. It's those spirits that are inside of them talking. You see what I'm saying? That's what we have to realize. You know what I'm saying? Once you get a better understanding of what you're dealing with, you know what I'm saying? Then you can see clearer. You know what I'm saying? The people who are doing the stalking, Their bodies are just they just hold in the spirit, the actual spirits. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, look, I went on a job, and like it seemed like every job I was going on, they was the ones setting it up, right? And so I go to this one job, you know what I'm saying? And the dude who I'm working for, he trying to get me, right? But it ain't working. And so he referred to the devil as Rome. He was like, he was like, you can make more money than this, you know what I'm saying? He was like, but you gotta negotiate with Rome. And as soon as he said Rome, I knew what he was talking about. He said Rome. And I was like, I don't do no negotiating. You know what I'm saying? He went on and went to saying, like, well, it's gonna be hard for me and this and that. He's like, well, don't you want a wife and this and that, and don't, and I was letting him know that I never want a wife. I already made up in my mind. I told the Lord, I never want a wife. I never want a woman. I want to walk this path. I want it to be just me and the Lord. This is how I'm going out, because I realize what part of what time it is in the world. You see what I'm saying? There are a lot of people on this earth who are being tried right now, and they don't even realize it. It's people who being stalked and don't even realize it. They flashing out in public. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something, Candy. Some of those things, some of those people that get shot and killed on the news, these are people who, some of them people are being stalked, and they flashed out and they got killed, or they injured themselves, or they went to jail. The people who was following them all the way down to the witnesses be the stalkers. Would you believe that? Would you believe that? Some of this be set up, and it is designed for you to either kill yourself, to go crazy, to do something stupid. That's how this is designed. And the only people who can survive this correctly are the people who go to the Lord. Because the Lord is the only person who can save you. He's the only one who can strengthen you. This is just how it is. You know what I'm saying? And so going to the United Nations isn't going to save you. It's not going to stop them. It's not going to stop them, because guess what they want? They want that spirit that's inside of you. And that's what they want. They want what's good inside of you. It's not like they want money or your clothes or something like that. They want you to convert to one of them. That is why, you know what I'm saying? And, like, that's why it's never going to stop. If you never convert, it's never going to stop until the Lord is ready to lift you up. That is how this works. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, they want you to convert. They want you to accept that, that devil, that demon. They want you to be defiled just like them. We are walking around the fallen angels. We are walking around demons, devils, unclean spirits. We are walking around these very things. This is what we are walking around. And people don't even realize it. We walking like how it goes. This is how it goes. When the watchers who were the angels who came down and had sex with women, they made babies. Okay? When the Lord flooded the earth, he destroyed all of them, but their spirits are still on earth. These are the evil spirits that they talk about. You see what I'm saying? They're still here. We walk around them all the time. Demons, devils, there are people who have signed their name on the dotted line to be a temple for these demons, because demons have to have a body to live in. The fallen angels don't. But I bet there is, because it's all about pressuring you. It's all about putting you in the worst situation possible. Because, well, they're going to, hey, what I can say is, this is what I can say. I'm prepared to lose everything. This is the kind of mind state you got to have when you're dealing with these people who are so-called gang stalkers. I'm prepared to lose everything, because I know that I'm not willing to sacrifice myself for a little bit of pleasure on this earth. As a matter of fact, I'm prepared to die. If you don't have this mind frame, then it's a possibility they might win, because they're going to come at you a trillion different ways as time goes on. They're going to come at you a million different ways. They're going to play on your weaknesses. They're trying to get you put out, because they're trying to get you put into a situation to where you'll come to them. You'll need them. You'll accept it more, or either you'll kill yourself. It's what it's all about. You see what I'm saying? This is about, they don't care about your flesh. You see what I'm saying? Apparently, if they're after you like that, if they are after you like that, and we talking about the same thing, it's because the spirit that's inside of you aggravates their devils. And this is what I'm going to say, because when I walk into the store, like when I go into the store, people look at me crazy, like as if I'm aggravating them. Like their faces automatically turn up. Like, I know for a fact that it's because wherever I go, I aggravate their devils. And this is why they want me to give in, is because of the fact that everywhere I go, you know what I'm saying, this is what happens. I aggravate their devils. Their devils realize what is in me is not the same as what's in them. Like, if we're talking about the same thing, you know what I'm saying, I know for a fact that this, most of the people who be jumping on my videos are perps. They think I don't be knowing. They think I don't be knowing, but I be knowing. You know what I'm saying? It's just that, I realize what my path is, where I'm going, and nothing is going to stop me. And if death be for me, so be it. But I ain't going to be one of them. I'm not going to be a perp or whatever, or a devil or a demon out here, because then you're going to convert me and have me out here doing it to people. No, indeed not. No, indeed not. That ain't me. The United Nations can't save you. Only God could save you. Until all these targeted individuals understand that, you know what I'm saying, they gonna have trouble in their life, yo. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta grow. You gotta live your life. You still alive out here. What, you just gonna be in fear, cooped up in your house, can't work, can't do nothing because they always after you? You know what I'm saying? Or how is you gonna grow? How are you going to spiritually get stronger? You know what I'm saying? This is about being held to the fire. You being held to the fire. You being tried. You are being tried to see if you can make it. You are being tried. If we talking about the same thing, That is why, you know, if you go look at my earlier videos, you'll see the change. All you gotta do is go look at my earlier videos. You'll see the change. Because I knew I had to get stronger with the Lord in order to fight this battle. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, if I'm gonna put it like this. If some of these people who targeted had to walk in my shoes, boy, it'd be trouble. Because it's to the point now where they ain't using nothing but black magic and they headlights, which got something in them at me. They can't intimidate me. They realize that. You can't scare me. I don't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's to the point where now, if they not using witchcraft or throwing curses at me, or using their headlights, you know what I'm saying, to do all that, you know what I'm saying, like, that's all they could do besides kill me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, you cannot intimidate me. I don't care about you following me. I don't care about none of that. I'ma still handle my business. And I'm not scared because, you know, I'm with the Lord. The Lord going before me. Like, this is, I'm like, say, bro, hey, I wish I could show you a video. Boy, when I get on the expressway and I be driving, I'm talking about they'll lock up the expressway. They will lock up the expressway and have me in the middle of them throwing curses and black magic and all kinds of stuff. I'm like, I tell no lies. They'll lock up the expressway on me. I'll be trying to get through. I'll be trying to get through. I tell you no lies, Candy. Like, they be in my head. You know what I'm saying? I just don't care. I ain't switching. And that's why I know the Freemasons got something to do with it. So do you think that we are talking about the same thing? I believe you. I believe you. I believe you. Hey, but you have to, like I say, it's up to us to come to the realization of what this really is, because, you know, this is how I know. Look, God is over everything, Candy. God is over everything. All right. So being that God says that nothing happens without his say so, that means he knows about your situation. And if he knows about your situation, that means it's happening for a reason. Right. And that's what I'm like. So if God, the Most High, if he knows everything that happens on this earth, he knows what's happening to you. And if he knows what's happening to you, and even though it's happening, he hasn't allowed them to do anything to you, there's a reason for what's going on with you. There is a reason. You have to figure out what that reason is. Apparently, if they cannot get a devil into you, or a demon inside of you, or an unclean spirit, or whatever it is that they're doing to you, I tell you this. I tell you that this is how you try them. This is the test. Start reading your Bible, draw near to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And I guarantee you, you know, well, I ain't gonna say that, you know what I'm saying, but just start doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's, you know, just do that. I'm telling you this now. There's a reason why you're going through this. And, you know, the people who are of the world, these spirits can pass through one to another. If they can't pass through you, it's because you belong to the Lord. And I don't care how you look at it. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the thing. In the beginning, it's always just light. They always just do little things. You know what I'm saying? But as you go against them more and more and more, they pick up. They get stronger. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, God says, he prepares a table for me in the presence of my enemies. And I'm telling you now, I ain't went without a meal. I ain't been hungry at all. And the whole time this going on. And when I say I'm at war, I'm at war. I'm at war, yo. So, you know what I'm saying? The first question is, how will you strengthen yourself? You know what I'm saying? If you're being targeted, like you say, how will you strengthen yourself? How can you strengthen yourself? There's only one way. What you listen to, what you eat, all this affects you. You know what I'm saying? Because you want your spirit to be stronger so that you can fight. Because you're fighting against the spirit world. In all actuality, people don't realize it, but you want your spirit to be strong. So you must bring your flesh into subjection. You must deny your flesh. To deny the flesh is to strengthen the spirit. You are fighting a war against devils. And maybe, you know, as time goes on, you know what I'm saying, the stronger you get, the stronger they're going to get. But if God knows everything and sees everything, then he sees your situation. He knows what's going on. He's trying to get your attention. Look, while you going through this targeting, you contacted that dude. Do you think God really wanted that for you? While you're being targeted, to contact someone who's being targeted also? Think about it. Why would God want you to do that? He's trying to get you to see what's really going on. Did you really think that was something that was gonna, happen for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not so much as necessarily about what you want. This is about what's happening. This is beyond your control. And there's only one way for you to have peace inside of it. You can't stop them. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell them, hey, stop. You can't call the police. You can't call United Nations. You can't do any of that because you don't have any proof. I mean, you have a few videos, but you don't have any real damning evidence. Like, what organization or who are you going to blame for it? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is they operate in a way to where you have no evidence. I'm sure you could you have pictures of people, but do you really think they're going to admit to something like that? That spirit jumps from person to person. That's what the movie The Matrix was about. That's what the movie The Matrix was about, where the agents were able to jump from one person to another person as soon as they saw you. This is really going on, except it's not going on with agents. It's going on with devils. He's using whoever he's using he's using the ones who don't believe in God. He's jumping through them. I'm talking about, look, I could tell you some stuff. I knew that it was the devil or the spirit or demons because of how fast they operate. Like, it's too fast for it to be just humans. The way they operate in the city, the way they're able to corner me off, the way they're able to be in a place before I'm there, I know for a fact it's not just the radios, or it's not. They're able to jump from one person to another, and they're using the people that have signed up for this, who are not of God. They're using these people. And while you're talking about the United Nations, they're already, look, they already pretty much know what's going on. It's part of the plan to weed out the ones who are not with them. It's part of the plan to weed out the people who are not going along with the program. They are enforcing a new program, and the people of God are actually getting in the way of that. And so they are trying to weed them out, to weaken them, to bring them to nothing. You know what I'm saying? To make you go do something stupid, to make you betray God. You know what I'm saying? They are very precise. This is the reason why we know for a fact that it's not just a fact of people who are up in government. And, you know, look, it's not just the police who are playing a part in this. It's the police. It's the fraternities. It's a lot of people that's playing a part in this. It's a lot of people who are playing a part in this. And I feel like they all are falling. They all, man, you just don't know. It ain't, it look, I seen an old couple, old people. You know what I'm saying? It's like they've been trained. They've been trained to do this. You know what I'm saying? And the devils that are inside of them, they talk through them. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about one of the perps walked by my truck and said, "You're making it hard for your butt." Exactly like that. And I knew for a fact it wasn't that person that was talking. By the way they said it. It was the actual devil that was inside of them, was talking through them and said, "You're making it hard for your butt. This is how it's done got for me." I tell no lies. Like, they... Yo, look, you know, and I don't care. I'm still going to war. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I ain't signing up for nothing. I ain't taking no shot. I ain't signing up for nothing. Give me death. Because I know, look, this is the thing. Candy. Think about it. They out here playing with people's DNA. Your DNA is who you are. That's your fingerprint. Nobody got the same DNA. So if you tell me that you're going to take this other stuff called mRNA and replace a third of my DNA, who will I be then? Will I be the same? I won't. And that is why we see zombies walking around the earth. Your DNA is God's fingerprint. He made you like that. Your DNA, that's God's fingerprint. And they want to change it. No, sir. It's a lot of suspicious stuff going on. People not looking at it correctly. I'm not with none of that. You're not changing. Look, I don't care. I don't care what go on. You ain't got to change my DNA for nothing. The Bible says that they will come down and play with the DNA, with the blood of man, the blood, which is your DNA. They will come down and play with the DNA of man. You look, take it for what it's worth. I'm take it for what it's worth, yo. And you know, all right, those who are a part of the matrix, the agents can jump through you like they want. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not a part of the matrix, you know, then that means that you are a part of the program that is not working correctly. And they want you to work correctly. And I'm laughing, but boy, it ain't funny. I'm laughing, but it ain't funny, yo. You know what I'm saying? When you look at it like that, Candy, you know what I'm saying? You think about it. Think about the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? And how they, you know, how they could just jump from person to person to person. And every time he, you know, Neo and them, they realized that the world was fake. You know what I'm saying? And that everything was a program. You know what I'm saying? Like this world, how they put up all this advertisement, all this entertainment just to keep your attention and to keep you from really being yourself. That's why I push so much for people being they self, because the world is pushing for you to be everything but that. The world is pushing for you to be just like a robot, be just like them, be just like him, her, this, that. Be yourself, because you are able to come to the truth faster. In the Matrix, Neo, they was always running. What are we doing? Running and hiding. Well, I ain't doing no running. It's to the point now where, you know, I take all my directions from the Lord. So when he say go, I'ma go. And if he don't tell me go, I stay. No matter what. Until he tell me to go. But Neo and them was always on the run because they was aware that the world was fake. And the agents, they wasn't worried about the people who was in the Matrix. They was only worried about who? Neo and them. Neo. And who was Morpheus? Morpheus is God. Morpheus gave Neo the truth. He exposed him to the truth. Morpheus is God. He offered him the truth, and Neo accepted it. And so he went on his journey of finding himself or who he was. And at first he didn't have faith, because when he jumped off that building in the first time, he fell flat on his face. He didn't have no faith. He didn't believe in himself. But the more and the more and the more that he went through trial and tribulations. See, that's what we going through. The trials and the tribulations. The more and more he went through it, the more he began to have faith and to believe that he was able. And then he came to really understand, you know what I'm saying, that he was the one, the chosen one, the chosen people. This world is the Matrix, real life Matrix. And those who are not acting right, they trying to get rid. They trying to make you act right. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you. Me, I'm a fight. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I got the Lord on my side. That's why I'm a fight. You still there, Candy? What you think? Sound like the truth? That's the truth, yo. For me, anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's how, you know, that's what I've come to the conclusion of. That, you know, the Lord gave me a chance to make a decision about where I was going to stand at in this world. And I made my decision. And I knew in the beginning when I made the decision that it was going to be hard and that I might die, but I still made it. Now, I could have made a decision. I could have made a decision to join them. I could have said, you know what? This might be too hard. You know what I'm saying? This might be too difficult for me. You know what I'm saying? This might be too this. This might be too that. But that's why I believe the Lord chose me. Or the Lord gave me a chance. I'm going to say that. The Lord gave me a chance. Because he knew I could do it. And if he gave you a chance, it's because he know you could do it. Exactamundo. We are a peculiar people, yo. And we're stronger than we look. That's what the enemy don't realize. The enemy underestimates us because there is no wisdom in them. A wise person would never underestimate the enemy. But the enemy that we have doesn't have any wisdom. So it underestimates us. And that is why, you know what I'm saying, for all those who have an understanding, if you know better, you do better. You know what I'm saying? This is not just about the fact that you're in a bad situation. This is about the fact that you're in a bad situation and the Lord is looking, you know, the Lord say, look to me, pray to me, cry to me. That's what the Lord say. Come to me. I got you. You know what I'm saying? For all those who are being targeted, you know what I'm saying? That's what we have to understand is that, you know what I'm saying? We are carrying a cross. The fact that the world does not like you, you know what I'm saying, is your cross. And that the Lord wants you to look to him. Because you have no one else. Who else do you have? Everyone else has forsaken you. It's on purpose. It's designed that way. He set you on an island. There is no one else but God. And you know, and hey, you can look at it for what it's worth, yo. But take the time to think about that. You know what I'm saying? Until we change our thinking, yo, because like I say, you know, don't be looking forward to meeting new people. Because I just got a funny feeling, Candy, that this ain't the time for you to be meeting new people. This is the time for you to be making amends with the Lord and to be getting into line, purifying yourself, getting yourself together, because that is how the Lord is going to open doors for you. He's going to make things better for you. No one else is right. Like if you're in the same situation as me, there is no one else. You can go to someone else and try, but it's designed this way. You have to look to the Lord. You know? And, you know, I'm happy, you know, in the midst of it. Because I know I'm on the right track. Even if I am living in my truck, I'm on the right track. So, you know, that's what matters. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about no boyfriend right now. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord is talking to you. And you not listening. You not listening. He say, this is what the Lord told you, Candy. He say, oh, you think you about to go run up over here and talk to this boy? He shut that down quick. That ain't for you. He shut that down so fast on you. You not getting the point, Candy. Hey, the Lord say, I think she missing my point. I'm talking to her. I'm talking to her, and she must can't hear me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's how you talk to me. Did I tell her to go get a boyfriend? Did I tell her to talk to him? I don't think I did. Okay, well, that's a no-go. And I'm not laughing at you. You know what I'm saying? It's just so crazy how, when we really think about it, how the Lord communicates with us. It's really crazy. That's why I say, you know what I'm saying? It's people who think they know God. They don't know God. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you really come to understand that God just really was talking to you, you know what I'm saying? You know, but you looking at it in a different way. The Lord was talking to you. Hey, I don't have no girlfriend. Ain't looking for one, because I know one thing. The minute I go looking for one, he gonna smack me upside the head like, I know you know better, Brandon. He go, I know you know better, Brandon. Like, what you over there for? Like, oh, you want to go over there and be with that girl, Brandon? Hey, I'm not saying well, and that's good to know. And I'm not saying that you was looking to him for him to be a potential boyfriend. But what I'm saying is this: whatever you thought was gonna happen in that situation, God wasn't in agreement with. You know, and when we think about that, you know, I hope that you look at that the right way, because, you know, some people can harden their heart, you know what I'm saying, and be like, God don't tell me what to do. Yes, he do. Like, if some people realize how hard that it can be for you when God is trying to get your attention, and he's trying to get you, you know, because it's not really for him to hurt you. It's really to put you. It's kind of like God taking away your favorite teddy bear, and he got a teddy bear that's even better than that one. But you don't want to let that teddy bear go because that's your favorite teddy bear. You know what I'm saying? God got a even better teddy bear. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger, it's softer, it's fluffier. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's beautiful. And he know you gonna like it. But you don't want to let go of that old teddy bear. You don't want to let go of that old teddy bear. And so this is not to hurt us. This is to perfect us, to purify us, to bring us up to a level to where we are acceptable to God. You know? And so, you know, like, even, you know, don't think it's strange, you know, because I talk to the Lord in my truck. I talk, you know, and I'm probably what's considered a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, what I realize now, and when you look at it from, you know, dang, yo, they cut my video. Hello, did you leave? Yep. Okay. But this was a good video. You know what I'm saying? I hope that people have learned a lot. The glory belongs to the Most High Yahweh and his son Yahshua HaMashiach. Long live them forever. Glory forever. Amen.